The very worst has happened to you. Someone you loved very much, cared for very much, died suddenly without warning, perhaps catastrophically, and it is the worst thing that has ever happened to you. Don't compare yourself with anybody else, because for you, this is the worst. I'm going to give you 3 short tips as we begin this adventure together that I hope you'll find useful. The first is to forget about stages of grief. The second is to recognize that recovery or healing following a traumatic death is never complete. You are going to get better over time, I promise you that. But it's a lifelong journey, and you will probably always have something of I like to call it a little cloud that floats around over you for the rest of your life because of this thing that has happened. But be patient with yourself, because the traumatic grief journey takes 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, sometimes 5 years. But around that time, you are going to be as healed as you are going to get, and you are going to be going on with life in a positive way, still not forgetting. You may forget a lot of other things, but you won't forget that this has happened. The third one is to engage the support of just 2 or 3 people who are really willing to companion with you through this journey, who are willing to listen to your bad days, who are willing to know that it's okay when you laugh and have some good days. This may be someone who's a relative, it may be someone who's a friend, but you don't need 1,000 Facebook friends for this. You need 2 or 3 close people with whom you can be totally transparent. And the other part that you will likely need is some good professional trauma therapy. And that needs to include not only your thinking brain, your talking part, but something like EMDR, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. I know it's a terrible name for this process, but good trauma therapists engage the body as well as the mind, as well as sometimes the spirit, to be sure that it's a holistic process of your getting better throughout these first few years.